This is the answer video for the Year 9 baseline test, Section A, Knowledge Recall. There are 20 questions that need answering. Each is worth 1 mark unless you are told otherwise. The total score is out of 28. I would like recorded at the end. Please correct any responses that are incorrect in a different colour ink. Number 1. What is a civil war for 1 mark? This is a war fought between people from the same country. Number 2. What was Charles's belief that he had been chosen as king by God called? For 1 mark, this is known as the divine right of kings. Question number 3 for 1 mark. Charles's wife was called Henrietta Maria. Question number 4 for 2 marks. What religion was Charles's wife and why was this a problem? Her religion was Roman Catholic. This was a problem because England was a Protestant country, and it caused great offence to many Protestants in England. Question number 5. For 1 mark, name a Civil War battle. This list is not exclusive. There are others that you can add and you will need to get checked. But the most famous battles are that of Edge Hill, Naseby, Freedom Fields, or Marston Moor. Number 6. What happened to Charles I? For 1 mark. He was beheaded. He was executed on the orders of Parliament and Oliver Cromwell. Number 7. What title did Cromwell give himself for 1 mark? He gave himself the title of Lord Protector. Question number 8. Name 1 thing that Cromwell did. Well, he passed many laws, some of the most famous of which were one of these 3s. Banned football on Sundays, he closed theatres, and he banned women from using makeup. There are other answers, please get those checked. Number 9. What was the WSPU? For 1 mark, this was the Women's Social and Political Union. Number 10. What did the suffragettes want? For 1 mark, they wanted the vote for women. Number 11. For 3 marks, name 3 ways in which the suffragettes protested. You can pick from amongst the following. They used bombs, they smashed windows, they chained themselves to railings, they set fire to buildings and committed arson, they carried out hunger strikes, one of them even tried to stop the king's horse at the Derby. Number 12 for 1 mark. Who was the name of the suffragette who jumped in front of the king's horse Anma at the Derby? And that was Emily Davison. Number 13 for 3 marks. Name 3 countries that were part of the British Empire. Well, 70 modern countries were part of the British Empire, the most famous of which Canada, Australia, South Africa, New Zealand, India, Sri Lanka or Kenya. 3 marks, 1 for each. Please get other ones checked by your teacher. 14. Complete the statement. The sun never sets. The answer on the British Empire. Number 15. What was the journey made by slaves between Africa and America called? The answer is the Middle Passage for 1 mark. Number 16. Name 3 countries involved in World War I. Again, lots of countries were involved. The major countries participating in the war were Germany, Austria, Italy, Britain, France, Russia or the United States. 1 mark for each. A maximum of 3 marks. Number 17. When did World War I start and end? 2 dates for 2 marks. The war started in 1914 and ended in 1918. Number 18. In what year was the Battle of the Somme? That was 1916. And number 19. Who was in charge of the British forces at the Battle of the Somme? That was Field Marshal Sir Douglas Haig. Number 20. How many British casualties were there on the first day of the Battle of the Somme? For 1 mark. 60,000 men became casualties, including 20,000 who died. Either of those numbers would be acceptable. Can you please score your paper out of 28.